what are the requirements? Well, the requirements are here in the standard. It's not a very big document. You can see in its printed form, it's not huge. What we can go to is we can go to the contents page, which is here, which asks what the requirements are. So it basically says there's a requirement to understand the context of your organization. There's a requirement to have leadership commitment and have leadership sets and policies and leadership create organizational roles and responsibilities. There's a requirement to do planning around cybersecurity and planning, thinking about risks, thinking about opportunities, thinking about objectives and goals, and doing some planning. There's a requirement to put some resources in place. So resources, training, awareness, communications, some documented information in place. There's a requirement to do some doing. There's a requirement to operate your business and to be checking in on how, the controls you put in place for the risks you identified, are they being implemented? There's a requirement here to monitor your performance. Like any good weight loss program, getting on the scales and doing some measurements to see how you're tracking is important. And these standards are no different. They talk about performance evaluation. And in fact, if you look at our logos here at Best Practice, they are a performance over time graph, because we're trying to encourage you to have like triple bottom line reporting or quadruple or 10-point bottom line reporting, so that you've got, a dashboard and, what in the words of the great Peter Drucker, what gets watched gets managed. So there's a requirement there to have monitoring and measurement, analysis and evaluation, do some internal audits, do some strategic planning and have management reviews. And there's obviously a requirement there to have improvement and do corrective and preventative action and improvements there. So those are the ISO 27001 requirements. What's involved, there are 10 sections to the standard, and each of the ISO standards for management systems all have those 10 sections. Now they all follow a similar format.